It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report.
Talk to him.
With Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So for everybody who laughs at Russell Simmons' RushCard, guess what he just did? He just sold the RushCard for $147 million.
Drop one of those bombs for Russell Simmons and that damn RushCard.
Wow.
You go ahead, Uncle Rush.
Wow.
Now, it's a rival company, Green Dot, that's buying it. They said that they will buy Unirush, the parent company of RushCard, and the rapid payroll debit card that Russell Simmons started, and that started back in 2003. So there you have it, $147 million later.
See, by the way, Russell Simmons carries his RushCard around, too. He does actually have a RushCard in his wallet that he uses, but he has hundreds of millions of dollars on it. See the difference?
Yeah, there's a big difference.
There's a big difference.
And he stayed with it because he had that RushCard for how long?
And he's the only person I've ever seen with a black RushCard, unless somebody can tell me different.
Now, as part of this transaction, Green Dot said they will not be liable for any settlements tied to that incident that happened in 2015 where people couldn't access their money and the customer service lines were tied up. There were all kinds of issues, so they have nothing to do with that. But they do feel like having Russell Simmons' name attached to it is a big reason why they should buy it.
Yeah, so bless everybody who has a RushCard, but don't go around flexing because you got a RushCard today because Russell made $140 million, not you. It's a difference.
All right, Rashida, as in Rashida from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, who is married to Kirk Frost, is going to be writing a memoir. And that memoir is pretty much on her marriage. She wants to open up about her history with inside her journey, her business, being a mom, trying to juggle everything, finding balance, being on reality TV, being in a 17-plus year marriage, and all the things that come along with that. She said, just like a guy trying to figure it out. It's interesting because just recently it came out that her husband, Kirk, had a baby outside of their marriage. And the woman, Jasmine Washington, said that she was getting a living allowance and she even got a car after she gave birth to their son. And now she wants to make sure she keeps on getting money.
Now, why is Rashida concerning herself with that?
That's her husband.
But it's an alternative relationship. Alternative relationships are like alternative facts. They're not real, okay?
Yeah,
You got your alternative relationship. You have an alternative child. That's none of your business, boo. Relax.
What do you mean it's none of her business?
It's not her business. It's not even real.
All right.
It's not even
Is that how you're looking at life now?
I can't stand to see main girls worrying themselves about the activities of the side chicks.
Well,
Relax.
the problem is when there's a child involved now.
It's an alternative child. Don't even
So
count.
that's still a baby that's
Unless
6
it goes
months
to the
old
NBA,
now.
then it's mine.
All right, well, look forward to that book coming out. We'll see what she has to say about that. Now, speaking of books, Tony Rock had some things to say about Steve Harvey. As we all know, Steve Harvey has a very successful Think Like a Man book, and that he turned that into a movie.
A couple movies.
Right? And here's what Tony Rock has to say about taking advice from Steve Harvey.
Who the picks Steve Harvey as the representative for all things black? His third wife was mistress to his second wife. Yet, black people have anointed this motherfucker the oracle when it comes to black dating. And now he met with Trump. Who gives a f***? Who gives a f***? Is Donald Trump going on Family Feud?
Damn, Tony, why you knocking the hustle?
I guess with all the controversy about
Let Steve cook.
Steve Harvey meeting with Donald Trump.
I don't like that, man.
He threw out some of his dirty laundry, but
I don't like that. Let
Tony
that
Rock.
man
I mean,
cook.
does Tony Rock have a point?
No, because Steve Harvey been married 3 times, and some of y'all out there haven't been married once. Hell, some of y'all can't find a boyfriend or a girlfriend. If I'm going to listen to someone about relationships, why wouldn't I listen to Steve Harvey? He's done it a few times.
And it hasn't worked, he's saying.
It doesn't matter. You've been married 3 times, okay? You've been married 3 times. Do you count when somebody says, hey, I owned 3 Rolls Royces? Do you ask them why he sold them? Or do you just say, damn, he owned 3 Rolls Royces?
How you going to compare a Rolls Royce to a car to
You ain't never,
a woman?
You ain't never bought a Honda, but you asking this man why he lost his 3 Rolls Royces. Man, please. And I can listen to D.L. Hughley, too. He's right. But it's all about perspective and what kind of relationship teachings you want. D.L. been with one woman for 25 years. Steve been married 3 times. Both of them got some experience in that game. You listen to both.
Right.
But it's also, is D.L. Hughley happy? He might not be happy. He might be married for 25 years. He might not be happy.
Might be better than Lisa wife. Renew every 3 years.
And there's some people who don't even feel like you have to get married if you don't want to.
Goodness.
You could be together forever and not even be married.
Okay, so therefore you could take relationship advice from somebody who ain't never been married too. That's a good perspective too. It's a perspective. It is a perspective of people out there who's single and ain't never been with nobody and can tell you, hey, I've been happy all lonely by myself for years.
Well,
Valentine's Day is overrated.
But you can be with somebody and not be married, like Goldie Hawn did with Kurt Russell, whose relationship lasted way longer than a lot of people who got married.
I don't know about
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
about them white people.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
Anyway, the point is, there's all different kinds of things you can do. Because you could be married and be lonely.
There you go. But what you just said, is absolutely right. It's all different things you can do. So why are you knocking Steve Harvey, Tony Rock?
I think he was mad he met with Trump.
Okay, well, say that. Direct your energy in the right place.
He did a little
Well,
bit
I guess for Tony Rock, that's not who he would look to.
for relationship
And that's
advice.
fine.
And that's fine.
And that's fine.
So there you have it. But I don't know. I mean, look, some people might look to Envy and his wife because of their podcast that they have now, the Casey Crew.
Right.
And say, okay, that's who I'm looking to for advice. Some
Yeah,
people-
they could. I mean, we absolutely positively honest. I mean, it's not all peaches and creams. I mean,
And then,
all about
Charlamagne, you were in a
perspective.
relationship for how long before you got married?
Since 1998. I can't count.
you want us to count that now?
I've been married 2 years.
Right.
Mother of my child, 2 kids.
And you weren't lonely during that time, but it took you a long time to finally decide to actually tie the knot.
Oh, yeah, I was a hoe, and I didn't have my money correct. And, once I stopped hoeing and got my money correct.
Not having your money correct is always an excuse.
That's
to
an
people
excuse,
that-
yeah.
that's
But
an excuse.
women would never understand that. A man's
Envy
job.
got married, he didn't have his money right.
He was made a mistake. A man's
Made a
job-
mistake?
Listen,
I think I did
a
pretty
man's
good.
Made a
job- A man's
mistake.
job is to protect and provide. If a man feels like he can't provide, I'm not going to bring no woman into that situation
Some
quite
women
yet.
will
But she was with you regardless, whether
Some
you have
women
money or
will
not.
say
That's
it's not
true.
about the money, it's
It's not about the money.
us wanting to be together. That's an excuse.
It's too much knocking the hustles going on this morning. All right, that's
But
what
as
I
we were
see.
saying, there's all different perspectives.
Charlamagne is lying. He been with his college sweetheart, high school sweetheart
I didn't go to
forever.
college. I said
That's why I said high school.
She
That's why I
went to
said high
college.
school.
She went to college.
She went to college.
Right.
She got a degree.
And they had nothing to do with money because you lived on a dirt road. You
That's
told
a
us
fact.
stories about times where she had to go to the eviction notice because you was too embarrassed to go to the eviction notice.
She absolutely, when I was
I
when
lightweight
I
feel
got-
like Charlamagne grew up rich.
What?
Yeah, right.
He live in
I
a
wish.
what, a trailer
I
home?
grew
or
up-
something?
this dirt road.
I grew up rich in spirit. Okay, I grew up with rich in spirit. That's about it.
All right, well, let's hear what other people think. Well, not right now.
Well, not right
No,
now.
we do front page news next.
But I definitely want to hear that.
Yeah, we'll do
I
it next
do.
hour.
Okay.
I do.
Please.
All right, and that's your rumor report. All right, when we come back, we have
That
front
was
page
rumor
news.
report.
Yes, that's what I said. Next is front page news. You all right over there, Yee?
I'm fine.
Man, it's 4 in the morning where we at. I know that y'all listening to us
difference.
on the East Coast, and y'all like, damn, it's 7 in the morning. It's 4 in the morning where we was at. We was out at dinner at 1 o'clock. Okay, relax. Have some patience with us.
Have some patience
All
with
these
us.
judgmental people this morning.
Goodness gracious. Open the door. It's hot as hell in
hot
here,
as hell.
too.
I thought it was just
No,
me.
I'm sweating.
Is it just me? I thought it was just me.
No, it's hot as hell in there.
The conversation got hot.
Goodness gracious. All right, when we come back, we got front page news. We'll tell you about Donald Trump and all the shenanigans he's doing.
Really going to get hot.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in